Come on, Dad.
Yeah. Bang! Yeah, 713, don't step in this league, throwing rocks at the backboard. Living our dream, better dribble to the three, take the shot, here a cash drawer. And we don't even care what you say, we ain't scared of the hate, get a win in this last board. Stand in the paint, better clear out the way, hit the court with the black force energy. Every single week on a killing spree, you kidding me? You talk about winning with the epitome, you better be talking with peace, and we locking the key on them. Know that it's rocking with Ryan and Dante, the drip guy, we beyond the gossip, the topics we talk on a pop, and we conquering the obstacles that we cross as a team. Shot from the seats, we the Rockets like Elon. It's the H-Town run down. Let's get started right now.
Man, if I start a podcast one more time and my mic mute, we gonna have a conversation. All right. Hello, everybody. This is Nation Run on Houston Rockets basketball podcast. It is the week of Christmas, and it's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. And AK and I are jumping on the H-Town Rundown here to talk about some beautiful gifts we've got for you, like the gift we just had against the Denver Nuggets. I appreciate Denver being completely ass. Denver Nuggets over there saying the reason we won is because they missing players. And did you know we're actually missing more players than they are? Anyway, we gonna move on. AK, what's going on, man? It's good to have you.
Oh yeah, it's good to be on, bro. I like a good bounce back, bro, because we needed this to happen this way in the setting that it was happening in Denver. We needed that, especially after that last game. Boy, what would a playoff series between these two teams look like? Man, hold up.
You want to talk about some money? This is how you do it. This is gonna sell some tickets.
What?
Yeah, let's do it. So, make sure you guys follow the H-Town Rundown on the H-Town Rundown as well, at X as well as Instagram, YouTube. And we have our third challenger popping in last second. We got Dante here. What's going on, D?
What's good, what's good, y'all? What's good, fellas?
What's happening, Coach?
What's good? How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Good to talk ball with my guys.
Always good to talk ball with y'all guys, bro. Always great. Awesome.
Hell yeah. Dante, where can we find you?
Oh, y'all can find me at Coach Dante 5 on IG. Y'all can find me at Coach Dante 5 on X as well. Like I said, I had changed the name, so it's easy to find. It's easy to find me pretty much everywhere. Coach Dante on YouTube, and here H-Town Rundown and Round Robin over here.
Facts. Okay, so this is what we got going on here. We faced Denver. Obviously, we took care of business, and not just like in any normal way. We did it in Rockets fashion. We had a little bit of some conversation, some discourse. Kevin Durant kind of letting them know that he kind of that guy. I don't know, respectfully, Bruce Brown, you played with Kevin Durant. You know what he's capable of. You played with him over in Brooklyn. The only reason why you got a bigger contract in Denver in the first place was actually because you're playing in Brooklyn next to Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie. So you're welcome. Yo, daddy was here. Kevin Durant decided to drop, what is that? Does that say 31? 5 assists, 6 boards on elite efficiency. KD is also now in the 50, 40, 90 club. Gosh, damn. What can we say about this win? AK, man, let's start us out, brother.
To me, it was mostly the damn defense, boy. They were locked in. They were locked all the way in, bro. They wouldn't have none of the. So in football, is a term: nothing cheap, nothing deep. Yeah, Rockets let that show in basketball terms in this game, bro. No, it wasn't no layups. Shout out to CJ McCollum. No layups and no threes. Well, they took threes, but they didn't take as many as they normally do. So good thing the Rockets took this game personally. It's good to see them bounce back like this, because if you let somebody constantly spank you, then that means that they're your daddy.
Hey, you watched it. We watched it live. And look at the stats, right? For the most part, everybody played pretty damn well, right? Looking at Ahmed Thompson, Jabari. I mean, I know Şengün's stat line don't look pretty, but, we still have 4 assists, right? Stealing a block, Jabari.
He was plus 24 this game, though. So
he was plus 24. But let's talk about, holy shit, Reed Sheppard Dante, you watch this game, I hope, right? Reed gosh damn Sheppard with 28. Tell me about this guy, please.
Of course, I watch every Rockets game. I don't miss no Rockets game. Trust me, I
Shut up,
don't. I really don't. But other than that, when Reed Sheppard hit his first 2 shots, I'm like, he gonna be on. He's on tonight. It's just something seemed like, because I was a shooter myself. Like when you hit your first 2 shots or first 3 out of 4 shots, you just know tonight a night is gonna be your night. When Kevin Durant started off in New Orleans early on in the game, he hit his first 7 shots, I believe. And the first 2 just went straight through the net. I say Kevin Durant finna have a night. And then the fourth quarter happened. That's what made it look bad for him. Overall, he didn't have a bad game. It's just, I think I guess we'll talk about New Orleans down the road. But other than that, Reed Sheppard, man, he was being aggressive. He was being smart. I mean, the pass to Amen Thompson and Jabari Smith. Man, that was beautiful basketball. I mean, taking Jamal Murray lunch money and going and showing that 42-inch vertical that he had too. Man, Reed Sheppard was just on one. And you needed somebody to step up, because from here on out, everybody game plan when you play the Rockets. You're gonna double LP, depends on who's guarding him. You're gonna double him. You're gonna double Kevin Durant, whether if they try to run a pick or if he gets the ball. That's when you need a third party to step up, and that's what Reed Sheppard did last night. And then now you're starting to see them play one-on-one with Kevin Durant, because again, Kevin Durant, and another thing I noticed about Kevin Durant with a Rocket, if you go quicker, they don't get a team's time to W. You got to go quick. Same thing with LP. You got to go quick. When you get in on that block, you just got to go quick. You can't be decisive. And hold the ball, because when you hold the ball, that gives the defense time to come W. Now you're struggling. To see over the defense, and now you got guys' hands in the passing lanes and stuff like that. And we seem to get a lot of that's where most of our turnovers come from. Is because guys getting their hands up in the passing lanes when we pass the ball and stuff like
lazy
that.
passes.
Yes, lazy passes like that. So when you get the ball, you got one-on-one from the jump, immediately just go. The double team is gonna come. Depends on who's guarding you. But Reed Sheppard was that dude last night. When he hit that fadeaway at the end of the quarter, that was the night. That was it was his night. It was his night. It was gonna be this night.
Who would have thought playing with pace and reading the defense, trying to force the defense to make a mistake, would lead to us having a more efficient, higher octane offense. I swear somebody said that before last year in the playoffs, but we don't got to worry about that. He's not here no more. Reed Sheppard also efficient, right? So we talk about efficiency and low turnover rate. Reed Sheppard tied the team in team high for assists and only had 1 turnover. Wow. That's pretty good, while also shooting 60, 67, 100 from the field. This ain't the hate, man. This ain't the haters pod. But Reed Sheppard, I'd be sad to him looking in the starting lineup. When he's out there with everybody in the starting lineup minus Josh, his numbers look pretty good. Plus, we have one of the highest offensive ratings out of all the lineups when Reed is inserted in the lineup instead of Josh. It also looks really good when Jabari is playing the 5 as well. Reed Sheppard out there with shooters and spacing, or at least with people who can.
He is the spacing.
Passing. He looks good. He is the spacing, right? Yeah. Especially when you have Reed and KD out there, it creates something that we saw last year. Gravity. We like it. Good game all around. Like I said, whoop their ass. Reed with second most points coming off the bench. I think it's the 3rd most points he scored in his career. 3rd, 4th. Hit 6 threes tonight off the bench too. Gosh, he led the team in threes. I'm just looking at this right now. Wow. He also took 35 threes. We averaged what? We looked last time 29, right?
Yeah, 29.9 on the season.
So that's a pretty good decision. And comparatively, look, we held them to our average at 29. So that's pretty good to me. What else from this game, AK? Can you go ahead and break down for me?
I remember last time when we got on the when we went live a couple days ago, I mentioned specifically the 3-point attempts, and I said we definitely need to get them up. The thing is, bro, if you understand Denver plays a little bit different type of a defense, but between KD, Jabari, and Reed Sheppard, they themselves took 26 threes just between the three of them. Okay. Obviously, they made 16. I don't really care. It's not the makes for me, bro. It's the attempts. If you're a team who offensive rebounds the way that we do, why don't you spam more threes like that? You can generate more threes the way that we did tonight. Why don't we do it more often? Is beyond me, bro. It is beyond me. But there's no reason why. And then we took 35 threes out of 77 shots.
Wow.
That's a lot, bro. That's a good percent. That's a bigger percentage than we normally do.
That's a lot for us.
Yes, that's a whole hell of a lot for us. So, again, the three-point attempts, if you really want to weaponize your offensive rebounding like that, bro, get up some more threes because what the hell going to happen? You're going to get the ball back anyway.
Exactly.
Whatever,
that's a great point. I'm looking up what the average is right now for the league. I guess just trying to take a look to see what the average three-point attempts per game is. Okay, so we took 35 last night, right? That was a lot for us, right? The league average is 37. So we don't even have to hit league average three-point attempts to completely obliterate teams.
I'm just saying take more, bro.
We just got to take more than 29.
We can't be at the bottom.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be at the bottom, bro.
We did more than just keep the three-point attempts close because usually that's the name of the game. Is like, okay, we know we're not going to take a lot. So let's at least just make sure that they don't take at least 8 more than us because when a team takes 10 more than us, we lose. We've lost every game when a team takes 10 more threes than us, right? We just can't contain that offensive firepower, right? Don't matter, though, when we take in 35 and we hold the other team to 29. They look like us last year. Struggling to get three-point attempts. Not a great offense, right? Trying to force the issue through a player who's not necessarily having the most efficient nights and such like that. But you know what? Whatever. Hey, shout out Lake Show Jerry, man. It's always funny. More threes and less from. That's crazy.
Hey, Lake Show. I hope you stay on because there's a stat I'm gonna bring up. I'm sorry. People not gonna like the stat. Oh well.
I want to elaborate something else. We was locked in from the jump in that game.
Oh yeah.
You know, when we started 10-2 and then Denver made that run, you're like, oh my goodness, here we go. I never got that feeling because we came out, we was ready to play early in the game. It seemed like Ime Udoka didn't piss somebody off in the locker room, just pissed the whole team off.
Hey, you want to know who it was? Ime held up his phone. He goes like this, right? He got up on there, and he's showing KD texts from Twitter. And KD said, oh, you can tell anytime this man has been on social media based on how he plays. But my bad, you keep.
Yeah, he pissed. He must have pissed people. He must have pissed the whole team off. I don't know what was going on. They must have had some type of meeting. Don't know that. But that game versus New Orleans, it was unacceptable as hell. It was unacceptable as hell. The way you threw the game, the way that game went down. Even in the interview with Kevin Durant, we got too comfortable. We got too complacent. LP missed 2 free throws that pretty much you put would have won you the game. And Kevin Durant, didn't get the ball neither time when we was down the stretch when we needed a bucket. I guess it was deferring a lot to LP because LP did, make a clutch shot the first game against Denver. And before the referees put that out of the portions, to be honest with you, that was just an absolutely terrible call against Amen Thompson. Well, he had 2 terrible calls. It was 2. Referees was pretty bad in that last minute against Denver in that overtime and stuff like that. You can hear the frustration in Ryan Holland's voice. Come on, man, let them play. And it's true. It was true. The referees really bailed them out that Monday game. Really bailed them out. Something to overtime, and Amen Thompson got a foul. Kevin Durant had 5 blocks in the game. 4 of them, all of them was big time. But then they call a foul on that, which is when you showed the replay, that wasn't even a foul. So yeah, it was bad officiating that game. And I liked the way the Rockets came out. It made sure this game wasn't no question. It made sure because if the game was close, you really believe the the Denver was gonna find a way to steal it. Was gonna find a way to steal. Was gonna find a way to steal the game. So Rockets came out early, made a statement, and another thing. I want to bring up, and I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Josh Okogie because those 2 big time threes to give us the lead, and we never looked back after that. Like the 2 big time threes, we was up, I believe, up 39-37. He hits a 3 on. He hits 2 back-to-back threes on the wing. He hits 1 in the corner, and it's 1 on the right.
Second quarter, right?
Yeah, second quarter. And then that's when the Rockets just really never looked back and just took over the entire game. But I want to give him a shout out because those 2 threes right there, back-to-back threes, was crazy. Was big time.
Hey, Dante. In overtime against the Pelicans, how many shot attempts do you think Kevin Durant had? Just curious.
Dog.
I don't think he took none, really, to be honest.
All of 1.
Oh, he took 1? Okay.
He took 1 shot in overtime. He went 0-1. Now, am I saying this to bash KD? No, that's not his fault. That's not his fault, right? They got to see it. They got to get you got to get Kevin Durant the ball. But one of the issues was that they were forcing the ball to him in the wrong time, so then he had to pass it anyway, right? It's about getting.
But then again, and then another thing in that game, I kind of want to elaborate too. Yeah. I think Ime Udoka went with Steven Adams and no Sengun for a while. I know he had 5 fouls. I didn't know he had 5 fouls, but and that was a good adjustment by New Orleans, like getting the ball out of Kevin Durant's hand. But Steven Adams can't make a fucking play. He can't make no damn play. Once they started doubling Kevin Durant had 2 straight turnovers off Herb Jones just stealing the ball, just stealing the ball with his hand, being in the passing lane. And then you try to give it to Steven Adams. He just getting the ball. He just turning around. He not moving. He not finding nobody. LP, if you had LP and now, it probably would have been different because that's your secondary playmaker to break down the defense. He's going to make the right play, either give person an open shot or he's going to either score that himself. But I think he went with that too long. But because LP had his 5th foul already, he didn't want to take a risk. But you don't always got to go double big. You don't always got to go double big like the whole goddamn game.
Wait, really, Dante? You don't think double big is
no? But you don't always have to do it consistently like that. You don't have to do it because people starting a game plan for it now. They know Steven Adams is not an offensive threat. They know that, and then it's taking a shooter. It's taking a lot of shooting off court. Then you got him and Thompson on the court too, so that doesn't really help. So you got to. So it's like early in the game, like in the second quarter, something. It's okay to do it, but down the stretch, you can't get yourself in that position where you just say, "I have to go double big," and now. You got and Thompson on the floor, and now that's 3 out, and LP shooting has been atrocious. That's 3 non-shooters on the floor. That's 3 non-shooters on the floor. You can't put yourself in that situation.
You're absolutely right.
You want to hear a crazy stat? Yep. What percentage between 1 to 100 do you think Jabari has played at center this season?
4%.
3.
Interesting.
I understand the whole double big gimmick thing. It's a gimmick. Let's call it what it is. It's a gimmick because the only reason people talk about it so much, and the only reason ours looks so impactful is because we missed so many of the first shot. Let's just call it what it is. Okay? So that's one point. On the other side, if you're going to go double big that often, why not mix it up a little bit and give you a good 3 minutes a game with Jabari at the 5 or somebody who can shoot the 3 at the 5? How about, even if you don't want to do that, if you're still doing just 3 shooters out there, sometimes why not try Amen Thompson in the short roll? I used to beat that thing to death last season about why we don't do that. Them Steven Adams pick and rolls where we giving Steven Adams the ball at the free throw line to do something with it. Imagine if that's Amen Thompson. I think that's a better use of Amen Thompson. Yeah. That would make him a lot more impactful than just being a baseline demon.
Because he's a playmaker. Because he can playmaker out there too. He can make the right decision too. So and he can get to the run with that. He always get people with that Euro step too. He always get people with that. He can
make something happen from that position.
Okay, so anyway, we just talked about people not shooting, right? 3-point percentages in the clutch time, or not clutch time, but their averages for the season when they're out there. Amen Thompson, 17.6%. Alperen Şengün, 32.3%. Steven Adams, Zero. He hasn't even attempted a three all season yet, right? Rightfully so. I don't want him taking threes at all, but he hasn't even attempted one, right? Yeah, that's absolutely incredible.
Oh, by the way, that's another thing I wanted to point out about this Denver game.
Mhm.
0 Clint Capella minutes. And I don't know if people have noticed, them Capella minutes have been bad.
Yeah.
They've been
Unfortunately.
bad.
Unfortunately.
Especially the ones with Alfie. They've been bad, boy.
Oh, yeah. I hate to say that because I'm a fan.
Yeah, we love Capella. Maybe try him single big with 4 shooters out there. Maybe. You know, if you want to play him that bad, but if not, man, you know, stop putting guys in positions to fail so often.
Yeah, honestly, one of the reasons why it's so successful with Alperen Şengün and Adams out there because they two completely different styles of big men versus Capella and Adams share too many similarities, but Adams is just bigger. He's a stronger man, so it looks a little bit better when he's running around out there versus you got like Şengün's strong, but he's not Adams strong out there, you know. So we can't fight them rebounds the same way.
Adams got way better chemistry too with these guys.
Yeah, he has a whole extra year, you know, like that's a whole, or actually 2 years technically, because you know he didn't play it all that first season we traded for him, but he at least got to be around him. And then last year he played, obviously. So that's just something to take into account too, right? Chemistry is for sure. But speaking of chemistry, let's talk about Reed Sheppard, man. This dude, he kind of been on a tear, right? We've discussed a few times on the pod, right? I remember the first 10 games, one of the conclusions we came to, or at least, you know, that was discussed, was Reed Sheppard starting, right? In place of Josh Okogie, right? Running him in at the 2 or whatever. But regardless of what it was, starting, but starting Reed Sheppard, right? He's been pretty elite. He's won us 4 games by himself, or at least been a top 2 factor, and he's come off the bench for 3 of those times, right? Pretty interesting to say. Now, one of the arguments against it is like, oh, we don't have a scoring punch off the bench. You know, we don't have Tari Eason, right? Yada, yada, yada. I get it. I hear you. But gosh damn, the starting lineup needs some help too. Yes, we've got our best players starting. I understand that. But Reed could help be this guy. But that's kind of my argument here. AK, you know, Reed Sheppard starting. How do you feel about it?
The thing about Reed Sheppard, I want him to start eventually, but I think it's one of the things where you got to build up to it slowly. Like, feed him more, see how much he can handle, feed him more minutes. All right, well, let me see. How many minutes he playing a game right now? He's playing, I should have known this already. Forgive me, y'all. What the damn minutes per game at? Okay, here we go. Reed Sheppard is at 25.5 minutes a game. Let's try to get him around 28-ish. You know, see how he handle that. All right, everything go good. Get him around. Play him starters minutes after that. Yep. And then if he handle the starters minutes pretty good, then you just got to start him, because at that point it's like, okay, what are we waiting for? Like, he's already mastered every test that you have given to him, Mr. Miyagi. So go ahead and let Daniel-san take off. Let him have his fight in the tournament, man.
Honestly.
But his I think the biggest thing is it makes it a lot harder to double. Now you got to think, you have to scheme a lot better. You can't cheat as much with Reed Sheppard on the floor as you do when there's double big plus a man. It's really triple big, really, at that point. When it's triple non-shooter on the floor, you're doing everyone a disservice. Nobody is good. Like, you're doing on offense. Defensively, I guess, whatever. But you start letting teams win when, you know, you let them get away with being able to double Kevin Durant, especially. Alperen Şengün, you double him, he gonna make something happen. But when you double Kevin Durant and you got 4 on 3 on the backside and 3 of the 4 can't shoot, God dog, why wouldn't I keep doing that?
Yep. The offense just becomes anemic at that point.
Exactly. You bailing out the other team. Yep. So let's try to get Reed Sheppard on the floor a little bit more, little by little. Every time he masters a step, you know, bump up his plate a little bit more, man. Like, add more portions to his plate. That's all I'm asking. I want to see it happen. I don't want to just do it immediately because that's one of them things where you can't. What they used to say, you can't put the toothpaste back in the bottle. No.
Yep.
So, because once you go to it, there ain't no turning back, ain't no looking back. You give them the keys to the car, you can't now be like, I'm afraid of you missing curfew. Give me them car keys back. All right.
Yeah. So Reed Sheppard, right? Over his last 6 games, he is a plus, at least +2 in every game. So that's something to talk about too. He also has had no more than 3 turnovers, which he only had in 1 game. He has 2 games of 0 turnovers, 2 games of 1 turnover, and 1 game of 2 turnovers.
And he's a 3-level scorer, by the way.
Really interesting. Speaking of 3-level scoring, during these last 6-game stretch, we haven't even won them all. He's shooting 43, 42, 83 for a true shooting percentage of 57. I think there was somebody that we said, hey, if you can at least get your true shooting up to 56, 57 going forward, that'd be really nice. And Reed Sheppard's got his true shooting up to 57 coming up off the bench. Also, in these minutes, he averages, like you said, 25. His last 6 games, he's putting up 26 minutes a game, right? So slight increase. One of the games, his minutes are a little low because he had 5 fouls, so he didn't play too much. He only played 20. But all these other games, he played at least 21, most notably 32, 27, 26, and 30. That's pretty solid. Now, an argument people are saying is, oh, no, he's food on defense. Dante, how do you feel about starting Reed, hypothetically? And then what do you say to people who are concerned about Reed starting because of his defense?
That's probably one of the reasons I think why he's not in the starting lineup no more, because of his defense, because of the defense. But he's starting to compete. He plays hard, bro. I'll say his hand, he got some quick hands and stuff like that. He got some quick hands and everything, man. His hands is just a weapon. But other than that, like the offense, man, he's a lot more smarter, taking care of the ball. But again, coming off that screen, being more comfortable. And like we always say, shooting that mid-range jump shot, that's just like money. Get into the rim. You saw how quick when he took care of that mismatch, when Jokic got on him, you saw how quick he just blew right past him and just got that easy layup. But other than that, I still think he's gonna improve. I still think he's gonna be solid on the defensive side of the ball. That's probably one of the reasons I would think that he's not on the. That's probably why he's not a starter no more. But I think he's gonna get that starting spot back again. Again, that's what I want. That's what we all vouch for. You want to kind of make it clear that, hey, going into next year, hey, I'm coming from that. I want to be the surefire starter. But then again, we all know how Ime treats Fred VanVleet. We already know how that turned down. Man.
And that's what I want to
do. And I want to give some flowers to Ime Udoka. When we was up by like 20, and that lead cut from 20 to 10 at the last with the last 3 minutes, I believe.
It was like 226 left. If I'm not mistaken. I think it was about 226 left.
Yeah, 226 left. And you like, here we go. You like, is this really happening? Is this really trying to happen? I love the way he took Jayshawn Tate ass right on up out of there. Yeah, come on. And then you're gonna foul. And give up. Yo, come your ass on this bench. All
right, Dante.
Back up. Yo.
What's worse, that foul and getting taken out where we're up, or his step back 3 against Brooklyn?
Oh my God, that step back 3 against Brooklyn still worse. Because we was down 1 point at that point, and you got the audacity just to take that step back 3. I like what he made you do. Hey, come sit yourself right back on this bench. Come sit yourself right back down. He did it against New Orleans too. Guess what? Come sit yourself right back down on the bench. Come on. So I think but we getting that close from Jayshawn Tate being off this basketball team. We being really that close, but we'll find out. But I like the way what Ime Udoka did. I like what he did.
Had Silas been here, right? Our best buddy Steven Silas himself, had he been
AK favorite coach.
I think Tate might be starting right now. I think he'd be starting right about now. He would have said, "Oh, you tried to take a step back 3 against Brooklyn." Matter of fact, Amen Thompson, I need you to go to the bench, bro. We're gonna start Jayshawn Tate, Josh Okogie, Steven Adams, Kevin Durant, Şengün out there. We're gonna make sure we get this dub. All right, break. That'd be a starting 5, guaranteed. That
Quick note on Reed Sheppard for people who like stats. If you're a stat head, hey, we either gonna be friends or enemies today. One of the two. Who do you think leads the Rockets in defensive rating right now?
That's a good question. Is it a starter?
Nope.
Has he started yet?
Mm-mm.
Don't say Aaron Holiday.
Clint Capella with 110. His defensive rating is 110. However, next is Alperen Sengun at 111. After that, who do you think it is? Reed Sheppard. Hold on. You don't like defensive rating? No problem. Okay, if I asked you if you had to give me the top 5 people who in opponent field goal percentage this season for the Rockets, who would those top 5 be?
Top 5?
Yes.
One of the guys got to be Reed Sheppard, right? He said no.
Tell me who you got in your top 5, and
all right. I'm gonna go. You mentioned Clint earlier, right? That might be a trap game there. So I'm gonna say Reed. I got Jabari. For some reason, I got KD, Josh, and then I'm gonna go unorthodox and say Tari.
Only Tari is in the top 5 in opponent field goal percentage of everybody you just named. I'm gonna get to you one by one, and one of them not in the rotation. So take with that what you will. Isaiah Crawford, 40%. All right. Steven Adams, 43.9. Let's just call it 44%. Aaron Holiday, 44.4%. Right after Aaron Holiday is Reed Sheppard at 44.8.
Interesting.
However, with those stats being what they are, if you watch the games, you understand why people have concerns with Reed Sheppard because he gets blown by. Just because you ain't making shots over me, that don't mean that my defense was good. Yeah. So just for full context, we're not going to reserve context for just certain people that we like, you know?
Yeah.
We try not to do that here.
I'm a fan, so I'm honest. I'm biased, right? I still want Reed Sheppard to start. I feel like if we got Fred VanVleet starting, we already got Fred VanVleet coming off the bench right now. That's Reed Sheppard, but somehow more efficient, right? And not just turnovers, but scoring the ball. So I think looking at it from that standpoint, I don't know. I like it. Now, there was someone last episode we talked about. They said that Fred VanVleet gets us into our sets, a little faster, a little better.
I don't know about faster. I don't know about that one, buddy. We ain't crossing half court till 16 seconds left on the shot clock.
Dante talked about how it's important to get into the flow of the offense early so it forces the issue on the defense.
Yes.
Does Fred VanVleet do that? No, he does not do that. So, Reed Sheppard, learning, but looking at how he played against Golden State, okay? What did he do? Force the issue. They were guarding that man from half court. They was treating him like Jalen Green. Incredible. It's absolutely crazy. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I absolutely said that. But it was good. And Reed still dropped 31. I loved it. Last night, they tried to force an issue. They said, go ahead, let Reed shoot. He his first 2 shots. They said, oh, hang on. They tried trapping him and guarding him. He gave the ball to the right person. He made the right IQ play. He started passing the ball. Amen Thompson way down. He making the right play. All I'm saying is, we're going to have some growing pains with Reed. I think he does need to work on some things. But you can only work on those things if you give him the opportunity. If you expect to work on it, how are you going to get better at it if you don't have the opportunity? If you tell me to go do some homework online, I got a computer at home. The only time I'm going to be able to do it is when I'm there at school, right? So you telling us we had to work on it in practice, that's cool, right? The only people we have that are elite shot makers are taller than him. He's not everybody his size. Don't say Aaron Holiday. He's not an elite shot maker. Like when he makes a shot, but you're not an elite shot maker. The only way you're going to get better is if you do it on the court mid-game, right? You guys throw what we say when we try to go to the playoffs, right? When we went 41-41, we got to throw these guys in the fire. Hey, Reed, you're too, buddy. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. It's not even going to look good. We might lose some games because of it. But if we lose a couple now, and win a lot more later? Isn't it worth it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
It's
not
called
worth it?
investment, bro.
Whoa. What a strange phrase.
If you're in the stock market, you understand that.
Strange phrase. I love it. I love it. I love it. Any other thoughts on Reed Sheppard starting, or any more points you want to bring up between yes or no? I know we got some more stats to get to beforehand, but I also want to touch up on Tari Eason's injury.
I think Reed Sheppard absolutely needs to play more in the clutch. Yeah, like there's no excuse for that at this point because our problem in the clutch is offense. If you make yourself easy to double, you're doing everybody a disservice. So
no double big.
Make teams pay for that 4-on-3 on the back end after they double KD.
Yeah, you can't.
Teams pay for that.
You can't really go double big late games because you helping the defense side, bro. You helping like they already like it's 4-on-3 at the back end for them. That's a huge advantage for them. That's a huge advantage for them at the back at the back end. So you got to put a better shoot. You got to put add an extra shooter on the floor, and that's where Reed come in. Go ahead.
Okay, this is for both of you guys, but Dante, you talking, so I want you to answer this first. Okay, so we're talking about double big, but also someone else can't shoot on the team. His name is Amin Thompson, shoots 17.6% from three. It's important to keep a point of attack defender on the court, right?
Yeah,
especially in these clutch times. So what's more conducive to winning, right? Is it keep Amin Thompson on the court who can't shoot and at times has been not a good defender this season? Like Deadass has just been kind of like cruising on defense at times in this season. He's been great in certain clutch moments, but then we also look back against, I don't know, the team we just faced, the Pelicans taking us to OT. Not a lot of great defensive matchups there, and it looked like it was a mismatch at times for people. I was surprised, but we already know why. That's not like entirely.
But the whole team as a whole couldn't stop nobody. It didn't really matter.
No, I agree. I agree. Again, this isn't attacking Amin Thompson, but we already know that double big Ime wants to keep doing that. So if a man's off the court, we worried about scoring, but we want to keep double big. I mean, should Amin Thompson maybe play less minutes? He's currently fourth.
But he can do more though than Steven Adams. He can come. His playmaking can come in effect too. His playmaking, he can do more than Steven Adams. He can slash on the backside. He can slash on the backside and everything. He can playmate. He can do more than Steven Adams. You just can't have Steven Adams, LP, and him on the court at the same time. You just can't do that. You can live with him and Sengun on the floor and
so you can't have your best rebounder on the court at the same time as your best player.
No, you cannot. Not down the stretch. You cannot do that. You cannot do that because now you got 3 non-shooters, only 2 shooters.
You need multi-dimensional players in the clutch because the other team is going to find what you can't do. Yeah, and they're going to make you prove that you can do it.
What they know what we can't do. It's we go into teams, we plaster on their front wall before they walk in.
They know what certain players can't do though. They know what certain players cannot do. They know Steven Adams is not going to do nothing but come out there and set screens and rebound and offensive rebound. That's why he's out there. And he's starting to not finishing at the rim real good either. Oh. He be so far in the paint. He probably missed the most tip-ins I saw in the league so far. Steven Adams missed everything pretty much at the rim almost right now. And Sengun do that. Sengun starting to miss a lot at the rim because when Sengun, the reason why he missed a lot at the rim because sometimes he be too indecisive. When he gets in the paint, he gets caught up. Do I want to pass it out here to this corner like he did against Denver? Somebody was wide. Somebody was in the corner. And he was like in the paint. He was literally in the paint with an easy layup, and he got too indecisive, and he ended up missing a floater. So he has to make a decision. Hey, if I'm gonna go for the layup, go get the layup. If I want to pass, it's wide open. Because when he gets the ball in the center of the paint, the defense gonna draw. You gonna draw the attention. They're gonna make a Kogi shoot that wide open 3. They're gonna make Jabari Smith. They're gonna disrespect Jabari Smith and make him shoot that. Try to make him shoot that shot. Or Amin Thompson. But then again, like Amin Thompson is smart because he cuts inside. He's a very good cutter. That's why I say I can live with him being on the floor without P. I can live with him being on the floor. You just can't have 2 shooters on the floor. You just can't have them all on the floor at the same time. You just can't have them all on the floor.
I agree.
Yeah, Adams is shooting 47.9% on the season, by the way.
Yeah.
Why are our centers not making layups? I mean, that's a problem.
That is
a problem, bro.
And then he right there at the rim. He right there at the rim too, and he missed him.
Especially when we take it at raw numbers, right?
And then you missed the layup. Then they foul you, and now you like, damn, he at the free throw line. Like, that's the second thing. You be yelling at your TV like, you gotta make those layups. That's why you gotta make those. When he missed the free throw, that's why you gotta make them.
It's
those
crazy.
Close like
it
that.
It is not number to number, right? But teams would rather us go in the paint and run double big. They're more comfortable with us running double big because most of those lineups also have Amen Thompson on the court almost at all times.
We've also done it too much.
And the book is out, right? We played 20 plus games. They understand, hey, when this lineup comes out, we need to use this lineup, right? Vice versa, right? But our coach, he don't say, oh, they got these people out there, let's make this adjustment. It's all right. So we have these guys out there and they know how they can beat us. We have to make them not beat us. All right, so here's Steven Adams. What? Anyway, I want to pose that question just because I'm curious of your thought process. And I agree with you for the record. I like to hear.
No, but all you have to do is really take away the offensive rebound. You take away the offensive rebounding, you can just beat the lineup all day. And especially
all they have to do. So our keys to defense is keep the 3-point attempts close. All the teams have to do is keep the offensive rebounding close, and
like
they
New
win.
Orleans did the other night. Like New Orleans did.
They win. They don't even have to out rebound us. They just have to keep it close, and they win. Denver, the first time we lost to them, right? The Spurs, we lost to them, right? When we're looking back at Dallas, why did we lose to them? Offensive rebounds, dude. If our identity, right, or at least a major portion of our identity is miss the first shot because we know we'll go get the rebound, right? Supposedly. And then we don't get the rebound. We scramble. We don't know what we're doing. We run it back on defense because we are not phenomenal in transition defense because we got two bigs out there at the same time. And then Amen Thompson gassed by the third quarter because you ask him to do every single thing under the sun. You ask him to be LeBron James every single game, right? And do this and do that and still grow, right? It's not working. It's not conducive to winning. Do we have a winning record? Yes. But look at the players. Look at the process.
In clutch games, we have a losing record.
For
the record, by the way, the double bigs and the offensive rebound stuff wouldn't bother me as much if we shot more threes. Because then you're really putting pressure on the other team.
Yep.
But if you're not going to shoot more threes, you're not properly weaponizing this thing that you've discovered that you have.
And that's what I'm saying is you got Amen Thompson, Şengün, and Adams on the court, right? Nobody shoots higher than 32% from three. Nobody takes more than 2 3-point attempts, except for Şengün, who takes like 2.3. And then Amen Thompson, again, shoots 17.6. Adam he see the 3-point line and he gets scared. He take 15 steps inside, which respectfully, I don't want him taking a three anyway. But they see those three come on the court at the same time. And they say, word, double Kevin Durant, leave Josh open in the corner, guard the heavy side of the ball. And it works. It works. It's not that hard.
Because you can play the strong side a lot easier because you can cheat off of whoever.
You less worried. The only time you worried is when they clear out the paint and you see Amen Thompson cutting. Cool. Then they say two people at it. But usually one of those two people is already on him. That's already his man. And then you send in somebody that's supposed to be on Adams. And Adams, again, not making his layups anyway. They're not worried. They're not worried. And they play a hack at Adams. And we pay him for it. We can't, it's just not conducive to winning. Again, we have an overall winning record, but some of these wins have been very ugly. Some of these wins have been great. Some of these wins have been very ugly, right? It's not the same, but we're making some mistakes. Actually, I lied. A lot of the mistakes we're making are the same mistakes that Ime had against Boston, the same mistakes he had against Golden State, right? Back-to-back times. He just not changing it up. He's too whatever. I don't know if the coaches text and talk shit before the game. That's what I feel like. You take this shit way too personal. His idea bad. You don't have a bad idea, bro. Just play it smart. Think smarter, not harder. At the end of the day, it's not that hard. You got a stat for us, AK. A fun little stat here. I'm about to put it up once you start talking about it. But let's get into it, and then we'll talk about Tari Eason.
All right, I'm going to ask you, before you put it up, I'm going to ask a question. If I asked who in the rotation is leading the Rockets in on-off rating, the dreaded on-off rating, who would you say that is? I'm just asking a question. I don't create the answers to the questions. I just ask questions and let you think about it on your own. Now, at the same time, if I ask you who may or may not be at the bottom of such a stat, an on-off stat, who may that be? I'm just asking. I don't know. Well, I know, but I'm just asking. On-off, who you got? Who's leading the Rockets and who's not? We just talking about a regular rotation guy.
Dante, who do you think?
What's the question to that again?
Who's leading the Rockets in on-off and who's last in on-off? Remember the dreaded on-off rating where the person's on the floor, the team is a lot better, and then when they're not on the floor, the team is a lot worse or whatever the hell it is, whatever the hell they're saying.
About the plus minus, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Plus I don't know if they works the same on off. I don't think.
Relative.
Okay, but it's relative. About like who's better on the floor, right?
Yeah, like when is the team better? Are they better with him on the floor or off the floor? Is what it's saying.
Who's a negative player or who's not a negative player? I remember a lot of that talk.
I'm gonna go with who's not a negative player when he's on the floor. I'm gonna guess on offense. I'm gonna go.
Not offense. This is just all together.
All together, okay.
Yep.
Out of everybody on the team, though, really?
Everybody on the team.
Yep.
Well, everybody in the rotation. I try not to.
Okay, everybody in the rotation. Right, bet. Damn, I want to put him, but he hasn't played because I always think the team it generates when he's on the floor. So I don't know if he's gonna count though, but I do want to say Tari is one of them that elevates when he's on the floor. In the negative, damn, it's tough, bro. I'm not gonna say Reed. I'm gonna say Capella is one of them. That was in the rotation.
Okay. Can I put it up now, AK?
Go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
All right.
I'm just taking a wild guess of it.
H-Town Rundown fans, remember, these numbers are pure statistics. These are the numbers that are out there that anybody can look at. These are the numbers themselves. And the numbers say, look at this. Number 1 in on-off is Jabari Smith Jr. I thought he didn't improve this season, but he is number 1 in the on-off. Look at the guys at the bottom.
Followed by Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson is followed by Steven Adams. We're going to omit Isaiah Crawford because he only see the game when there is no more game.
He's played 5 minutes total.
So Reed Sheppard, Josh Okogie, Tari Eason,
there's your boy,
Aaron Holiday. Everybody that I named thus far has been a positive on-off. This is basketball reference. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Basketball reference. Get mad at them. Don't get mad at me. Now, if we start with the negative players, when in on-off, the first player should never be Kevin Durant. And the second player shouldn't be Alperen Sengun either. So, and then followed by Clint Capella. So, and this is why I be getting mad at the super number nerds, because some of y'all really just prioritize the numbers over the film when the numbers don't tell you what is happening when it's happening. The film does. The numbers are just a tool. So since you want to use numbers, we're going to use them today. On-off. Why is Alperen Sengun and Kevin Durant both negative players? So does this mean that they're not good players? And does it mean that we should trade them?
Keeping the same energy.
This is if you keep the same logic. I don't create logic. Logic is what it is. 1 + 1 is always going to be 2, no matter what planet you on, no matter what universe you in, no matter what video game you playing. Because a lot of y'all this is me being condescending and insulting people now. This is not a video game. This is not NBA 2K. This is not Madden. This ain't 007 GoldenEye. 1 + 1 is 2. It's not 11 just because you wanted to be 11 one day. Now you see why we don't like these stupid stats? Some of them don't. Some of them are not as valuable as you think they are. On-off is one of them. Just FYI, I just wanted to say that. Shout out to anybody who thinks Jabari Smith hasn't improved, by the way. Just
shout out.
Because according to y'all's logic, Jabari Smith Jr. is actually the best player on the team. Just according to your logic. I don't create the logic. Don't be mad at me. Why y'all yelling at me? I hear y'all yelling.
Far and away, the top 2 players are Jabari and Amin. And then Adams. And then there's a 2.6 point drop off from that to Crawford. He don't count, so we don't count him. Let me go to Reed. It is a 5-point drop off between number 1 and number 5. That's crazy. And
What's
Reed
the
play on
drop
the
off
bench
between number 1 and number 10? What's the drop off? I don't know. I'm bad at math. I can't count.
I believe that is that's 12.3. There's a minus 12.3 difference.
So please, when you formulating your narratives, you better not use this stat no more. Don't do it again because I'm gonna come for your ass. No giggity.
See, some of these match the eye test. Some, right? Like you look at Jayshawn Tate out here, minus 20. Yeah, that's probably sounds about right. He only go in when it's lose. Yeah, that turned.
That is right. That is right. Yeah, you're right. That's right. That's far from right. That's far.
But you look at it like in the clutch, that's when the on off kind of like start hampering and start having a problem, right? When we get players in the clutch and they play these clutch minutes, it does either positive or negative. And to be fair, like KD's minus 3, like in the clutch, I look at that and I say, yeah, facts. In that context, not that it is KD himself, but just a position that he's in and who's around him when they on the court. But man, and then and there's even more stats on this other than just the on off that I like looking at too, like the turnovers or fouls committed versus fouls drawn. Like yeah, man, that ain't terrible.
To me, in my opinion, this is better served as a measurement of the rotations.
Thank you. That's kind of what I'm.
If you really want to, because the on offs, you got to remember when one person is on, you're not considering the other 4 that's on too with them. That's why this stat is extremely flawed. But if you're going to use it correctly. This is more of an indictment on the rotation that, oh, you know what? Hold on. For full context, because people going to say, oh, the best players or whatever. Okay, cool. Hold your horses. We're going to get back to you. Let's use Denver. And you know why we're going to use Denver? Because their roster construction is most similar to ours. All right. So we're going to use Denver, right? All right. I would send it to you so you can put it on the screen, but whatever. In their rotation, the people who played minutes, actual minutes in the rotation. You know who's number 1 for them in on-off? Aaron Gordon, whose role is most similar to who on the Rockets? Pick your. It's 1 or 2 people.
Man, that's really hard.
It's really either Jabari or it's Amin. It's 1 of the 2.
But Aaron Gordon has an improved jump shot. He can make a jump shot. He can make a jump shot.
Yes, but I'm just talking.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
cool,
about.
all right, cool.
I'm just gonna say Amin too. I would definitely say Amin.
All right. So Christian Brown is after Aaron Gordon in on off. By the way, Aaron Gordon's on off 16.4. Good Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. And Christian Brown is 11.6. Do you know who followed Christian Brown? Jokic, 10.6.
He's their best player, right?
Yes.
He on the board all the time.
Of course, he's their best player.
Okay, right. Okay, I thought so. Okay.
And for context, do you want to know where Bruce Brown fall?
Outside of the top 10?
He's 14 at negative 15.8.
He made PJ Tucker.
I saw people saying, and I hate to call it, I'm gonna just go ahead and say, I saw people saying last year Bruce Brown would have been a better player in the playoffs for us than Jalen Green because of on off. Here you go, buddy. You still like that stat? Or you gonna use it right next time? All right. I'm just saying. But yeah, like again, on off to me is just a matter of rotation. You when you on the floor, you surrounded by a bunch of ankle weights instead of you being the ankle weight. I'm done now. I'm off my high horse. The horse needs to rest.
That's what it is. Again, these are just the numbers. This is what they say. And that is what it is. Now,
and by the way, if people don't know, Denver had the best offense in the league. And they were one of the best shooting teams in the NBA too. So
when Aaron Gordon was here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we shut them down yesterday. So yeah, we did.
Yep. What does that say about the Pelicans beating us?
The fourth quarter rotations was bad, right? Remember the number one thing that people complain about Udoka is his rotations.
Yep.
That's why the numbers look like that. It's the rotations, bro.
It's who you got on the floor.
Like you going triple non-shooter without Reed Sheppard on the floor. Okay.
Yep. Keep
doing that in the clutch.
It's going to be a great lineup against Golden State later on.
And they was not really doubling Kevin Durant the whole game too. If you look at the game, New Orleans was not doubling Kevin Durant the whole game. He was just scorching Herb Jones and whoever was on him up. And then the fourth quarter came. But really, it started in the third quarter. It started actually in the third quarter. The Pelicans started making their run in the third quarter, actually. But when the fourth quarter came, they was like playing them single coverage the whole game. And Kevin Durant, and you don't do that to Kevin Durant. You don't do that at all to Kevin Durant. He was scorching them. And now the fourth quarter came. LP gets his fourth foul, and he's not on the floor to start of the fourth quarter. Then James Borrego makes an adjustment. Okay, Steven Adams in the game. Steven Adams in the game. What we gonna do? We gonna start doubling Kevin Durant, and plus Kevin Durant. Every time he passed the ball that whole game, he turned it over pretty much. He turned it over every time he passed the ball. He's been doing that the last two games. Every time he tried to pass the ball, he's been turned over. They got their hands up in the passing lane and stuff. Herb Jones had 7 steals in that game. But they're not just ripping people though, but just putting his hands in the passing lane, and most of them just tipping Kevin Durant passes and is going into the others, starting to make fast breaks. He doubles Kevin Durant with Herb Jones and whoever else he has on him. He turns the ball over 2 straight times. Now he gets doubled again every time he gets the ball. Now you decide to go to Steven Adams, and Steven Adams is no secondary playmaker. He's just gonna stay on. He's gonna stay at the top. He's gonna look for Kevin Durant to separate or somebody to separate. We're going to get them the ball. They won't be able to do nothing. Then you're just going to reset and give them back the ball because Kevin Durant, he is doubled or even being face guard. That's why you can't. That's why you can't always play double big at times. But again, you have to know what your opponents is doing to you. You have to say, LP, come on. You have to say, Ben Thompson, go flash to the middle because y'all are better playmakers. Y'all can make a play. Y'all can score inside. They can make the right play. We've seen both of them do it. So you got to put outside of Steven Adams, you just got to either put him off the flow, and you either put somebody in the middle that can create, that can create a shot inside or just make the right play on a perimeter. And that's what New Orleans did. They made that adjustment to take out Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter. And they did that the whole time, though, throughout the overtime, too. So Kevin Durant really couldn't even get a shot. He couldn't really even if he got the ball, even like when people saying, oh, Kevin Durant should have went and got the ball. He should have went and got the ball. If he got the ball, he would have got doubled. He would have had to pass it right back. He would have to pass it. He would have been forced to pass. What you want him to do? Then you get face guard the whole game. Then he's turning the ball over when he do pass. So what the fuck you want him to do?
You know what I want him to do? You know what I want him to do? I want him to force the issue. Even if because he passing the ball, you're getting turned over, right?
He's getting hard double. It's not like double. He's getting hard double. They're not gonna let you seen in Denver.
And they force him out of him.
Look, you seen in Denver on that inbound when LP shot that damn 3. The play was for Kevin Durant, and what they do to Kevin Durant? They knew who's going to get the ball. What they do? Like on the inbound, like what they do? It's
on the coach, bro. The coach Ime should know, bro. Like that's the thing.
What they did to Kevin Durant on the inbound? Yeah. They immediately knew who the ball was for to go to. What did they do? What did they do to him? What did they do to him? They say the ball for to go to Kevin Durant. What they do? On the inbound. This is an inbound play. They doubled him. So the next option, they threw the LP. They threw the LP. And LP, remember, he already made a shot to give us the lead before the referee caught that terrible, awful call when Tim Hardaway Jr. clearly clipped himself. So he already had made a jump. It's not the problem. My problem is not, I don't mind LP taking a shot down a stretch or trying to win a game. But at the end of and then in New Orleans, when he tried, He went to the baseline. You never go to the baseline. Then he tried to scoop inside. You don't go to the baseline. You always try to go to. You always trying to go towards the middle. But they wasn't letting Kevin Durant. They wanted to let Kevin Durant do none of that. They was doubling him. Then they doubled him on the inbound. They literally doubled this dude on the inbound in Denver. So they went. So your next option was LP. They would rather let this dude try to win the game, and he almost did it. He almost won the game in Denver until that damn foul happened, and which wasn't a foul. And now the referees want to come back and say, "Goddamn, we made the wrong call." Well, you damn sure right. You made the wrong call. It's too late to say it now. The damage already was done.
Coach on one, dog. I love what he on one, bro. He got a drink now.
Oh my gosh.
My mic done fail, bro.
Not because everybody like down the street, I just don't believe people. Like some people say they look at the game, but again, they want Kevin. Like I understand Kevin Durant, you know, he's the superstar. He's a superstar and stuff like that. And down the stretch collapses. But you gotta understand like how the game is going. Like he was not letting this dude get the ball at all. And if he got the ball and try to force, they are hard doubling him. They got their hands up and stuff. And then when he missed the shot, you gonna blame him any goddamn way. Anyway, if he missed it anyway, you gonna blame him any goddamn way. So what's the point? Anyway?
I'll look at LP, man. He had 26 shots. KD had 15. Yeah. Jabari had 18 that game. That was an interesting.
If he missed it, especially if it was a good shot, or if he turned the ball over, he gonna get blamed any goddamn way. He getting the blame any damn way. You still gonna blame him.
Didn't Adams? He went like 0-4. You
know? At the rim. Yeah, you're right.
Just a bad showing. But okay, it looked like you got a little stat there. It looked like you laughing about something. I was just curious.
Nah, I'm laughing at Coach because Coach was going on. Right? I ain't got no another stat.
Hey, Rob. This was what I thought was gonna happen. I thought the lineup was gonna be KD, Jabari, Şengün, Holiday, Reed. That's who I thought we were gonna put out there. And I knew they were gonna double KD. So I thought, hey, big shot Bari's out. Let's get it to him. Nope. We give it to our 32% 3-point shooter. I love it. This is just smart.
But you still got to get the ball in. But it was surprising how fast he took the shot too, because you still had time. It was surprising how how fast he actually took the shot. That was surprising. Just trying to let people on record know that they wasn't letting KD go and get the ball. They immediately doubled him on the inbound. Soon as Bari touched the basketball, you see he tried to go to him. You see two defenders right there was not letting him get the ball.
I thought it was interesting.
LP was already in the mode. LP was already in the mode, say, I'm going to go take this shot. But the only thing LP did wrong, he went towards the baseline. And you literally see a person face guarding him. We've been turning the ball over all night. We've been turning that hole over all night long. And they've been putting their hands in the passing lane. So it's a good chance. You throw it to him. Hey, we turn it over. We turn the ball over because that's what hurt us against New Orleans. We turn it over. We've been turning it over.
You damn right.
If you miss a shot, you can blame it anyway because you didn't do nothing in the fourth quarter. Now I got the ball. It's on me. I miss. It's on me anyway. If I make, I'm a hero. That's why we got me. That's why they got Kevin Durant. If I make it. So if I miss, I'm getting blamed anyway. Same thing in Denver. If I miss, I'm getting blamed anyway for the loss.
Fair.
So
okay.
Y'all know who got the the lowest turnover percentage on the team? Speaking of turnovers, Mr. Coach. I'm just asking.
Lowest turnover percentage?
Of guys in the actual rotation. I'm just asking.
Sheppard?
Yep.
Man, how'd I guess?
Because it's been way down, been down too.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not even going to. Reed Sheppard.
So you don't want to say it? If you don't want to say it,
Reed Sheppard looks good, and I think we should use him more. That's what I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to say it. Read between the lines, guys. Tari Eason, is he playing today? Hey, guess what? And right now on the NBA app, he's listed as game time decision. You know what that means? He's not playing. They haven't said anything about him all day. They didn't say anything yesterday except that he's still sore. They didn't say anything about him early this morning. They haven't said anything about him as of 12:40 p.m. If they don't say anything by 5 o'clock, he's not playing. He's not playing. Simple as that, right? This has been an issue consistently. First, he had an injury, right? I think he went out for an ankle or something like that. And then now it's his oblique that's hurting again, right? Am I right on that?
No, first it was the oblique.
Okay.
And now it's the shin that's sore.
that same shin that he had surgery on, whatever, that he been getting fucked with since, like the last 3 years, right? A couple years ago, last year, and then this year. I'm seeing people, and I'm not a fan of this, right? People are saying, hey, they tanking his value. I'm glad he didn't sign that contract. We're going to sign him we're going to rob him. If you are one of those fans right now, I'm not going to lie, you can go ahead and leave the fan base. All right? What you're doing, you're going to keep that in your little group chats. That shit not funny. You don't prey on another man's injury like that just so he can save a couple bucks here or there.
Do y'all even know what the contract really was that he was offered? The people that's getting mad?
Mm-hmm. All we know that's reported. They refused to talk about it.
What was reported again?
I think it was the 4-year 80, I believe. But
4 years 80 that was reported.
Yeah, let me look before I start talking out my ass. Oh, okay. Here, my bad. Rockets projected to offer Tari Eason $110 million contract, but from NBAnews.com, it was $100 million. So 20 more than I thought. That was the offer. And he declined it. Cool. That's on him. Whatever. Him, his coach, whatever they do out there. I don't really care. What I care about is he's injured. He's not playing for us, and it sucks. I still want Tari here. At all costs, I want him here, respectively, within reason. But he hurt. He hurt right now. He's been hurt. And is not looking good for the medical staff. I'm just not a fan of that. We mismanage injuries constantly for the Rockets over time, right? Looking at players like Chris Paul, who kind of had a lingering injury, forced him to play. Guess what? He shit the bed, right? We could go back further from we like to blame Ryan, right? Look at T-Mac, those back injuries, right? Dwight Howard trying to come back from injury, still not healthy, playing like ass, right? Also looking like Yao Ming, another guy, just too tall, too damn big for himself. We asked him to do too damn
Yao was going to happen regardless. Yao was inevitable.
Yeah, because he
Russell
had
Westbrook with his quads, right? Yeah, again, regardless, bro. The Rockets have not been great with managing injuries consistently.
Now I believe that Russell Westbrook one because he didn't look like himself in the playoffs. He looked like
Russell Westbrook was the Russell Westbrook that everybody talks about to this day.
Yeah, like before the COVID happened, Russell Westbrook was playing like the best point guard basketball of that season. Like before that COVID stuff happened, he was awesome. He was playing some
42,
basketball.
7-7. Yeah. He was putting up MVP numbers alongside James Harden.
Yeah, so he looked like he was hurt in the playoffs. He looked like he was still hurt. He shouldn't have came back.
He came back too early.
Yep.
And he didn't play too well. He did great for the Wizards. Didn't play great for the Lakers, but I won't get into any of that. My point being, you can't mismanage an injury and then hamper them for it, right? You can't be like, oh, hey, we brought you back. You said you're good. Yeah, right? Of course, a player knows themselves better than anybody else, but you also have the numbers. You have the stats. You know what an injury looks like, right? You can only go based on how they feel, but damn, y'all, come on, bro. Y'all got medical shit. Come on, man. My doctor gonna tell me, knee hurt. I'd be like, damn, it do, but I feel fine. There's probably a reason why it hurts. Let's find out why instead of, use a little sore. Don't worry about it. That's why he keep re-injuring himself constantly. And now we pay him for it again. Last time he played was November 14th. It's December 21st. We don't even know if he's playing tonight. That is not good. He was supposed to come back 4 games ago. And they keep saying, oh, he's still sore. Oh, he's still sore. That don't sound good, player. I don't like that. If he has a larger injury at bay, say that. Say he tore his ACL. Say he tore whatever happened. Say it. Just whatever the injury is, just be honest with us, right? As Rockets fans, some players go to the game saying, oh, Tari Eason's supposed to play today. And then they find out game time decision. Oh, man, he not here. I live in Iowa, man. The first game that I went to in Atlanta was the first game Amen Thompson come back. He was still sick. He wasn't feeling good, right? That was a couple years ago, his rookie year. He did not play very well that game. It is what it is. He came back, and it was great to see him. I appreciated that as a fan, right? Something that Kobe said is he tries to play every single game no matter what because a family might have just saved up just enough to go see him one time. I'm not asking Tari Eason to do that. I'm asking the medical staff and the Rockets organization to be honest if players are going to play it or not. I'm asking them if they got a bigger injury at hand and a person wants to come see Tari Eason play and you tell them that they're supposed to come back on this day, they plan for it, they get all the way to Houston, They watch his game, and then right before the game starts, you say he's not playing. You just be honest. That irritates me.
I mean, even bigger than that, what had happened is word to get around to other players and agents and whatnot that, hey, that franchise over there, they mismanaged injuries. Their timetables are off. The rehab schedule is bad. And you come back, you get injured again. This has happened to Tari a couple of times already. And, you know, at what point do we hold the medical staff accountable for that? You can blame Tari, but why? You gonna say what? He don't drink milk?
I can't blame Tari because, like I say, you don't know. Again, you don't you can't control an injury, so I can't blame the player from control.
And
that's how they control. You can't control an injury.
Let me add on to that.
But the medical staff does have a fault in it for mismanaging the injury and just not in the player. You know, these are players. They gonna want to play. They gonna want to if they feel 70%. 70% somewhere, they're going to want to play. They're going to want to be out there and play. They're going to say, I'm well enough. But it's your goddamn job to make sure they'll say, hey, you're not ready to go out there yet. You're not in full strength. You want to go out there when you're in kind of full strength. When you're in full strength, you don't want to go out there halfway in full strength. You don't want to go out there no 70%, no 60%, and you can't do anything. You can't dribble the ball. You can't shoot. Yep. It's bothering. I've seen too many players do that. I've seen Tyler Hero do that, tried to do that against Boston. I believe in that
we saw James Harden do that with Brooklyn.
In that game 6 when he clearly wasn't right in Miami, and they were supposed to say, nah, go sit down. You can't play no more because you're not right. You're not right. You're not right. You shouldn't have been playing. James Harden tried to do that against Brooklyn when he clearly couldn't move on that hamstring. He couldn't move. He couldn't move. It's a shell of himself. So yeah, we got to get that. We got, I don't know, we must we got to look up. We got to look at that training style because again, I mean, this is going on too much. Like, I'm not going to blame Tari because you can't control an injury, but you have a say-so with to put him out there on that court or tell the coach that he's ready and knowing he's not ready because you know the player is going to want to play. If the player say, I'm ready to get out there, even though I'm 70%, the player's going to want to play. The player's going to want to go out there and play. And if you give them the okay, say, okay, no, you say, sit your ass down. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You don't. That's your decision to put him out there. It's not it. He want to go out there. That's his decision. But you have the final say so. They'll tell him, hey, you're not ready. You're not ready to go.
Players always gonna want to play.
Yes, exactly. They're gonna always want to play. They're gonna always want to play.
On top of this, we've played essentially top 4 least amount of games in the league so far. So he's had extra time to miss built in already. Extra unplanned or extra planned time to miss on top of the games he already has missed, right? That's not a good thing, right? If we was think about it, I think one of the teams that's played the most is Golden State for a while there. They had 4 back-to-backs within a 3-week or 2.5 week time span. It was incredible. They played they played in a lot of games in 14 days, right? Everyone's upset about that. Draymond got hurt. He was out for a game. Jimmy Butler was hurt for a game, right? Curry didn't play, right? Everyone was getting injured because they overstressing, right? We didn't have that. We've gone 4, 5, 6 days without a game. We had the NBA Cup tournament time, no games, right? And he's still not back yet. And all they're saying it's soreness. I'm not conspiracy theory, right? What I'm picking up is that if it was more than just soreness, they're going to say soreness. If it was an exact injury issue, they would tell us, right? Remember how long it took for them to tell us Fred VanVleet tore his ACL? It took a month almost. They didn't want to say shit. Oh, hey, look, here's Fred VanVleet. We're going to post a couple videos about him. We can post some videos about, appreciating Jalen Green and appreciating Goon and this, that, the other. And they're going to keep doing that, Shout out Johnson Stanford, man. I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you.
Hey,
man. Oh, love. Yeah.
Shout out to Jonathan Stava. Hey, shout out to him because he also do high school ball. If you can confirm this, Jay, you the announcement man of what's that goddamn stadium called that I went to 3 times this year? The stadium that Manville them play at. They play up there. I keep forgetting that damn stadium, bro. But I think that's his. I think that's your voice, bro. I think that's your voice too. But shout out to you, bro. He do the community. He up out the community, bro. He announced high school football. Freedom Redeemed Stadium. That's the stadium. That's the stadium. I've been there 3 times.
Stadium.
Yeah, Freedom Redeem Stadium. That's where Manville them play at. Yup, see, he confirmed that's where Manville and Shadow Creek them play at. Football play it. I've been there 3 times, and that's definitely him. I like that. Shout out to Jonathan, man. Shout out to you.
Facts. Jazz be holding it down, man. Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I still watch Rockets ball because he be announcing the cool shit, man.
Yeah, he do high school football, so he all around the community. Shout out to them. Shout out to Jay Stafford, bro.
Facts.
It's fun hearing his voice in person.
Last but not least, right? I got my take off on Tari Eason, the injury. I don't know if anyone wants anything else, but if not, we can talk about Sacramento and then get out of here. We've been on for an hour 15, man. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's talk about Sacramento. Russell Westbrook is going to play against us. Last time I saw him, he got postered by somebody, so we'll see how that plays. Currently, he is second in their team for rebounds per game, minus Domantas Sabonis. He's out. He leads their team in assists per game. Nobody averages more than 20-ish on the team, so they don't have that go-to breakdown scorer. DeMar DeRozan has not been great this year. Zach LaVine is also out. My boy Keegan Murray from Iowa, he coming to town, but I'm sorry, bro, I can't support you because you're on the other side. Let me know when you want to come to Houston, but until then, I can't support you in this game.
That's your boy, huh?
That's my boy, man.
You don't want to claim your family member, bro? You already don't want to claim Jamal Murray and Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, I like Tyrese.
I know you do, bro. You can't say no to your cousin.
I know he need to give me some tickets. But we chilling. We chilling. What are you guys' thoughts on the Sacramento game? AK, what are your
thoughts? We have not fared well in back-to-backs all season long. So there's one thing. There's that. There's us having whatever reason we have. Well, I know why we kind of had reasons to be bad against Sacramento over the last. I know last season they gave us some issues. I'm concerned about the heavy ISOs of DeRozan and LaVine because those are the type of LaVine is out.
Yep,
and it's just DeRozan. Okay, if it's just DeRozan, then maybe we should be able to handle that. But he usually be giving Rockets the business. He was giving Dylan the business. He gave Oman the business. He gave Jabari the business. Like, all right, bro, why are you mad, bro? Why you hate us so bad? But yeah, they do worry me. If Sabonis is also out, then we should be, I think. But this is the Rockets, and it's a back-to-back. And we're on the road.
In his last 5 games against us, he averages 23-3 on 42, 23, 89, and 2 turnovers, 2 fouls.
Talking about DeRozan?
Yep.
It be feeling like he be cooking us more than that, bro. I don't know what it is.
Yep. It's because he had 1 game against us where he put up 33 a couple years back. Or actually last January, essentially. He dropped 33 on us. And then after that, he dropped 21 on 18 shots and then had 12 points in 22 minutes. And that was it. And they lost. They got blown out. I think he had, he was a -6 in that game when I played 22 minutes and they stopped playing him. Because he wasn't doing shit. He had his 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. That was it.
Cool. Hopefully that is a trend in our favor because we need to win on a back-to-back. I don't care who it's against. We need to win. Like, we need to see a W in that column, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But hopefully we win. I don't even know. I'm not even sure how this game will go because it's the Rockets again, and it's a back-to-back. And who knows? Russ may decide he want to turn back the clock.
Precious Achiuwa is also starting tonight, as well as their center, Maxim Raynaud. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. You're from France. That's probably why. Just had to look him up. I think he's a second-year player.
So how much double big we getting tonight then?
Well, Steven Adams shouldn't play tonight, right? It's a back-to-back.
Capella.
So it's going to be, Oh, hang on. This Maxime, he's actually a rookie this year. So Shangoon, hey, bud. Hey. So I'm asking for a light little 35 on this dude, right? Just a light little, just welcome to the league. Drop a 35, get out, right? You know, KDHD, light little 28. Should be nice and simple. Should be
bounce back game.
Yep.
All right. Let's get it.
But I got to look at the minutes, but I think we played heavy minutes last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. KD played 40.
Yep, KD played 39.5. Jabari played 38.5. Şengün only played 30. Honestly, might be the worst game of the season. Worst game for a long time for LP. He dropped 8, 6, and 4. Only 9 shots, had 5 fouls.
Hey man, but plus minus is all that counts, and he led the team in plus
and
minus. Remember,
Well, he was plus 24.
And he didn't have to do too much because you had Barry that had 22. You had Reed. You had
Sheppard doing
Reed
his
28.
thing.
You had Reed 28. You had Kevin
It's
Durant.
not a knock on him. It's not a knock. I'm just,
Yeah.
Nah, but plus minus, that's all that matters, bro. Plus minus and on off. That's all we do.
Because when he has a night like that, that means if he has a night like that, if he have a night like that, either two things, you probably win or you lose it. But again, he has a night like that, and then other guys stepping up like that, you winning the game every single. You doing your job on the court. If he has a night like that, then you had a Kogi making threes, making some big time threes, and we were playing good defense. So that's good. He had a night like that because, especially against Denver, against this team, that's good. Then you got it was so bad. You got the coach, you got David Adelman kicked out. You got that man kicked out. But that was so young. That man kicked out.
He was heated, boy. I had never seen him that heated.
Now, not necessarily that it matters as much, but the starting lineup for the Kings right now, they average about 14 assists a game rounded up. For us, I'm looking at it right now, 11, 12, 14. We average 17.2. Right, so that's a little bit more assists, right? Move the ball a little bit more. I'm just interested because I don't know much about this rookie. We know what a Precious is going to bring. We know what Russ is. Well, actually, we don't know what Russ is going to bring. He could be Lakers Russ. He could be OKC Russ, or anything in between.
We know that we don't know.
Yeah. DeMar averages 18 for the season, which is the lowest he's averaged since
probably his rookie
third year. Right? Yeah. Since the Raptors, right? Way back, like 48 years ago. And then Precious.
Buddy been getting buckets for a long time.
So, Dante, I'm going to ask you, what is the defensive game plan against the Sacramento Kings?
The defensive game plan, you just got to try to find a way to create turnovers. Just create turnovers. Be disciplined. Don't fall asleep on backdoor plays. Just be disciplined. I mean, like I say, just hold Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan. Don't turn back the clock on us. Like DeMar DeRozan actually cooked us last season, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like they swept us. They came in Houston, beat us twice. We lost that game in
Swept us last year?
Yeah, they swept us. We didn't beat Sacramento at all. Not one time. We didn't beat them last year at all. Not one time last year. See, and then when we play Sacramento this year, I'm like, damn, we play Sacramento. I look on the scale, we play Sacramento. We have no idea how to beat them. We have no idea how to beat them. I don't know, for some reason. Like, they have talented players, but again, they just haven't put it all together. Like, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, they can barely make the playoffs in the East. They was a play-in tournament team in the East. So what makes you think they can come to a tougher Western Conference and just be a playoff team if it couldn't happen in the Eastern Conference? It rarely
Chicago Bulls West.
Yeah, they was like seven. They was in a play-in tournament. They wasn't even one of the top 6 seeds. With those two on the court, the Bulls, just remind y'all that they wasn't even a top 6 seed. Neither time when they were there. Since the play-in tournament been out, they wasn't never a top 6 seed. They wasn't really a top 6 seed. Or if they was, they would get punished in the first round. They just wasn't good enough. No, so now you try to bring them to the West, a tougher Western Conference, and look what's going on. So Sacramento is on the verge of just blowing it up. But other than that, Zach LaVine out. That's one less score. You know, that's one less score you have to worry about. Now again, just don't foul DeMar DeRozan. Stop. Don't put him on the free throw line. Don't put him on the free throw line because he's a veteran. He's gonna get calls. He's gonna get those type of calls. When you got your hand out and he's going to rise up and he's going to make you foul and stuff. Be disciplined, stay down, make him shoot tough shots. Like you can say he foul based, but he can actually score from the field. He's a mid-range god too. He is a mid-range menace too. So he can make mid-range shot. You don't have to get to the free throw. He don't just score from the free throw line. He can score from the field, actually, from the mid-range. Make him shoot. Make him shoot open, make him shoot threes. Try to make him shoot threes, which you can't make him do that. It's hard. The only way he's going to shoot if it's open. But you can't have him and Russell Westbrook, playing playing ball at the same time. You can't have them two going off, turning the clock at the same time. Dennis Schroeder is another guy you got to look out for. They on the verge of trading him. He could score. He can score. He can get in the paint.
Oh, they do have a shooter. Oh,
yeah. He can score in the paint. But like one thing, like I say, just create turnovers, get off to a fast start. Like I say, this is a trap game. This is another trap game. But we do have trouble in Sacramento. We do have trouble in Sacramento again. Remind you, we just lost to a five win team at the time in the Pelicans. So at the end of the day, don't think we can't get fried in this game. Don't think we cannot get fried in this game. If we gotta leave, you gotta put him away. You gotta put. I'm not talking about bringing in no damn Jayshawn Tate and thinking the goddamn game is over. I'm not talking about that. And then you see the lead come to 10, and now you gotta take his ass right back out of the game because you can't play him at that point. You might well keep him sit down. You might well keep him sitting on the bench. You can't play him. You can't play him. Shit, I'd rather go with goddamn Crawford. But other than that, I don't want to like. At the end of the day,
the disrespect.
Hey, yo. Cause the last two games, the man got right back in the game. Now you have to take him out. You have to take him out. The man got right back in the game. You have to take him out. The man don't even spend 5 minutes on the court, and you got to take him right back out against Denver. He fouls. Oh, you got to come right back out. The lead is cut from 20 to 10, and now you got to take him back out. New Orleans, you tried to play him. The lead is cut. They get on the run. You got to take them back out. But like I said, I don't want to see neither one of them. But at this point, Tate is just a shell right now.
But his numbers look good. He's a high percentage guy.
Because when he gets in the game, when he gets in the game late, your numbers gonna be good because you're gonna be aggressive. You're gonna be aggressive.
He shoots 53, 42, 100% from the free throw line. He's a single free throw. He's our best free throw shooter.
If he played consistent minutes, you think he can shoot that? You think he can do that? You think he can do that if he play consistent minutes? You think he can do that? You think he can do that. If we were a rebuilding team, he can do it. He can do it. If he were a rebuilding team.
He did it technically. Remember that?
If he was a rebuild, if we were a rebuilding team and had a young team, he could be the best player. Tate can definitely be the best player on the team. If we were rebuilding, he definitely could be the best player on the team. He definitely could do it. But other than that, we're not in the rebuilding phase. We trying to win. So, like, the only way I'll probably live with you playing if we have some type of injury or something like that. But I don't even want that. I want to stay far away from that because I don't want to see Tate on my floor. I don't want to see him on the floor like that. Because you can't trust the man when we up by 20. And now you got to take him out. The man come in 2 minutes and he already got to get off the floor because the lead is cut down. Because the lead is already cut. The lead is cut down. And I was like, when I watched the game yesterday, we had that 20-point lead, and they got down to like the third streamers for Denver got them right down by 10 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds, like AK said. And all of a sudden, you have to yank his ass back out and put Kevin Durant and LP right back in the game. And you had then Kevin Durant trying to shake his hand. He gonna give him that low class handshake. Yo, you right? Get your ass out the game. Come on the bench. Other than that, we just gotta take care of business, bro. We just gotta take care of business. So we gotta. When we up, we just gotta try to finish the game out. We just gotta finish the game out. But other than that, I don't know if you can just Tate them in because they may let them get back down by 15 or 10 at the last minute. Now you have to bring Kevin Durant them back in the game, but you have to get off to an early start and you have to just create turnovers and don't make the game harder than what it is. Not against this type of team. You can't. They down one score. We got to go in and handle business, but it's gonna be tough though. So. Like I say, I'm not overlooking Sacramento or none because we just got beat by New Orleans, losing 25.
There is no.
We get beat.
You say we got to beat teams that we're supposed to beat.
Yes, that's always my narrative. That's always mine. I'm gonna always say that is because if you want to prove that you're a great team and stuff, you're a great team, you're a championship contending team too, as well. And then when you win games, people want to say, "Oh, your schedule wasn't great. Your schedule was soft." But again, if you want to be an elite team and be a championship team, you can't have problems with teams you're supposed to beat. You can't have problems like teams with a Sacramento, but they got DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Yes, they got players, but right now they're in a rebuilding phase. I think DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, they about to get ready, and Sabonis, they about to get ready to trade those guys. And with that team alone, they are a 6-win basketball team with them guys still on the floor. They are a 6-win basketball team, like the Clippers right now. They're 6-22.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Sacramento.
No, because they just beat the Lakers last night. But again, you looking at that. That's not easy because Kawhi, you got Kawhi playing. You have James Harden playing who still can put the ball in the basket. You have Zubac. Like, they have talented, good players on the team that can score. Like, you're not going in there and looking at that team like they 6-22, they 7-21. You're not looking at it like that. You like they still have talent. So those are the teams we have trouble with. We would actually have trouble with. So, but still, you gotta at this rate, you gotta beat those squads. You just gotta beat them. That's why I always say beat the teams you're supposed to beat. It's not always about beating it. It's about you want to beat the good teams, but we're struggling against the good teams. We are bad right now against the good teams. We are like 1-5, I believe, against the good teams so far.
Yeah,
but
we were actually 0-5 until we beat.
But
Denver.
You can't struggle. It's a bad combination when you're bad again when you're struggling against the teams that you actually supposed to beat. So that's why my number one goal to every season when you start, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat. In Sacramento tonight, you're supposed to beat them. You're supposed to beat them. Clippers, right at their rate, you're supposed to beat them. Brooklyn, you're supposed to beat them. Washington, you're supposed to beat them. Portland, you're supposed to beat them. You're supposed to beat them. So, hey.
Last thing before I get AKs.
New Orleans, you're supposed to beat them, but you didn't beat them. We didn't beat them.
No, we did not.
Nah, Dante really took everything I was going to say. He good.
What?
Dante did his thug thizzle on that one, boy.
Okay. So looking at it this way, right before we get out of here, Sacramento averages 111 points a game, right? Our defensive rating is 11.6, 111.6. So they score as much as we defend, which is not good for them. They might even put up 80. And then same for their points per game allowed. They allow 122 a game. Guess what? We score 121. Not looking good for them in the column, just looking at it straight, only as a numbers game. They get outscored on average by 11 per game. We outscore people by +9, which is second in the best for plus-minus rating, by the way, in case anyone cares about numbers with context. So hopefully we can go in, make the numbers work, right? Shout out Daryl Morey, and we'll see what happens. It's a back-to-back. How heavy is KD playing tonight?
I don't know, but if he got to play 40 minutes again, that means that something went wrong. But we got to remember, nobody lacing them up to lose. Take the team serious. This ain't even going to be no X's and O's type of game to me. This is more just take them serious and put them out of their misery early. Make them quit. Make them call the first time out. Make them call every time out.
Yep, I agree. 100%. I guess.
Make them say uncle.
What do you guys think final score is going to be?
I don't trust these Rockets.
That's what I said.
I'm going to say this game going to be closer than it needs to be. 117, 112.
Okay.
Rockets win, but they make it more interesting than it should be.
What do you think? What do you think, Dante?
I'm going to say 114. I'm going to say 114, 109 Rockets.
Yeah. You stole my defensive rating. I was going to say 109 for Sacramento, and I think we win handily by 11. But we have a late push in the third, so we can set our starters to begin the fourth. But then we got to put them back out there. It's going to be very similar to last night because of the rebounding that they provide, the shooting that they have. We forget Malik Monk is on that team too. So we just got to, as long as we handle business, whatever, man. We just need to make sure we get the win. Ugly or not, whatever. Just don't struggle too much. KD, don't play 45 minutes, bro. Come in, get your 30, sit down. Shingun, go out there, get your 30, sit down. Simple as that. We'll see what happens. This has been the H-Time Rundown, Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast. This is a lot longer than we normally run, guys. We'll be sitting at an hour and a half. So I appreciate all of you. Make sure you go subscribe to the H-Time Rundown on YouTube at the H-Time Rundown. Click the little subscribe button, man, and maybe hit the bell if you want to get into the know with all the shit we be doing. We always be on, man. We just tell it like it is. AK, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter /X at AKinfinity_VVS. Also on YouTube at the Rockets Round Robin, H-Time Runtown, and Rockets Propaganda Channel. Don't be a hater your whole life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to everything we got up on here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate having you on. And Dante, man, where can we find you?
Find me at Coach Dante 5 on IG. Find me at Coach Dante 5 on X. And Ime Udoka, I'm warning you. I don't give a damn. With 5 minutes to go and we up by 25, you cannot put the starter. You cannot go Jayshawn Tate because the game would not be over at that point. You can put him up in that if we up by 30. I can live with that. But 20 to 25, no. You put him in with 2 minutes. I deal with that, but I don't want to see him on the. I hope we don't see him on the floor tonight, though. Really, I really do. But if we see him on the floor, that's a good thing because we handle in business. So, I don't trust him being in on about 20 unless it's 2 minutes to go or something like that.
Somebody got to send Dante a signed Jayshawn Tate jersey, so he got to hang it up, man. We got to work on that. Yo, Jayshawn Tate, Ime, we know you watching this because you changed your shit up last night into this morning. So, go ahead, send Dante a signed Jayshawn Tate jersey so we can hang it up on his front door. Let everybody know he's the biggest Tate fan. We appreciate all of you guys jumping on today. And thank you guys for joining us. Follow H-Town Rundown at H-Town Rundown, Exposed Instagram, YouTube, and follow the website at htownrundown.org. Check that out. We just dropped a couple articles for the Texans and the Rockets recently. And then you can follow me at @2Ps_GAWD on X as well as Instagram and YouTube. Thank you guys for listening and for listening. And go Rockets, baby.